hit F. We should be now rolling. We're rolling. Now I'm going to go into
You want to do the black background or not?
yeah. Turn it on and off again. Okay, good.
Hello and welcome to the tutorial series for AutoAuction.com. In this tutorial, we're going to demonstrate how to sign on and use the handheld application for inspection creation. The first step is to log on using your auction access credentials. First, you'll enter your dealership ID number and then use your individual rep auction ID number from your auction access card. Once those credentials are entered, you're able to start to create a new inspection. The first step to creating any new inspection is to scan the UPC vehicle VIN number code from the door jamb or windshield of the vehicle. Our application uses a built-in VIN scanner using the iPhone, iPad camera system. Once the VIN code is scanned, it'll enter the VIN number into the text box and allow you to validate. If for some reason you're unable to scan the VIN number, you can manually enter it using the integrated keypad. Additionally, on this screen, we would like you to capture an image of the VIN. Using the icon for the photograph, you'll be able to capture a picture of the VIN. If you like it, you may use it, or if you do not like it, you may retake it using the buttons at the bottom of the screen. Once that's been completed, hit the Validate button. This allows the handheld to go out and access the database to verify and explode the VIN number. Sometimes this takes a few seconds. In our example here today, the VIN number comes back to a Ford F-150 pickup truck. It gives us three choices. Those choices are based on the trim level. We could pick an FX4, a Lariat, or an XLT. For our example today, we will use the XLT. The first thing that we're asked to collect is the odometer reading. The odometer reading is entered using the odometer box. Once you've entered an odometer reading, tap the OK, and then using our camera icon, capture an image of the odometer. If you like it, use it. If you don't, retake it and do it again. You then return to the vehicle screen. You will see a green check mark indicating that you've completed the information that is requested in that box. We repeat the process, going next to the engine. In this example, we have two engines to choose from, a V8 or a 6-cylinder. For today, we will choose the V8. You'll see the green check mark again, and we'll move on to the transmission. In this vehicle, only one transmission was available. We'll validate that and move on. Next is the exterior color of the vehicle. The AutoAuction.com application offers us information on the manufacturer's names and the manufacturer's color codes. We will pick a color that matches, and we will have the ability to validate that off the manufacturer color code on the screen. I have to edit that. Okay, so we'll. Shit. Okay. So we'll pick the color code from the sample color provided, or we can verify it using the color codes provided against the manufacturer's information sticker on the door jamb or in the glove box. We will return and do the same thing for the interior. Again, manufacturer's names and codes are provided. At this point, we're ready to create an inspection. AutoAuction.com handheld application works over both Wi-Fi and cellular network, depending on what you have available. Okay, this brings back a 2011 Ford F-150, and we're able to start the inspection process. Alright, we start by looking down to see what features the vehicle is equipped with. In this case, it gives us a list of exterior features that the vehicle may or may not have. If this list contains a feature that your vehicle does have, it's as simple as checking the box and then verifying that that is the appropriate list. If there's a feature that your vehicle has that you don't see listed, you're able to hit the plus sign and free text that in as is appropriate. You hit OK. You'll see that that's added to the list. You may check mark it and verify that as well. This process works all the way through with different sections of the vehicle. If the VIN decodes, letting us know how the vehicle was manufactured, the check mark may already be in place, and that becomes a simple step of verifying that equipment is in place. Oftentimes vehicles will be equipped with specific packages, and you'll be able to see the information here gives you enough in many cases to verify the existence of that package. If this package is verified, it's as simple as adding a check mark and hitting the verification button. The application gives us the ability to add comments about the vehicle for further describing it. For example, we may be able to add that this is a nice truck, garage kept, one owner. Once you type that up, you can check mark that and verify it as you've done before. There's some basic questions we want to answer about the vehicle in the next step. Is the vehicle operational? Are the keys present? Are the floor mats present? Is there any indication this vehicle has suffered frame damage? Is there any indication this vehicle has been smoked in? Is there any indication this vehicle has served previously as a commercial vehicle? Is there any indication this vehicle has served as a police or taxi vehicle? And is there any indication this vehicle suffered flood? These questions are based on the NAAA standards for vehicle disclosure. Once we've verified all of the equipment and questions about the vehicle, we move on to the NAAA grade scale. The National Auto Auction Association provides a scale for assessing vehicle condition from 0 to 5. Our application allows you to dial in that grade anywhere from 0 to 5 and assign a grade to your vehicle. Our application also allows us to capture the production date. For our example, we're going to say our vehicle was manufactured in March of 2011. It's as simple as using the dials to select the correct month and year. Next, we move on to the flat car. The flat car is our damage picker application that allows us to walk around the vehicle and assess any damage to the vehicle, as well as capture images and descriptions of the damage. Our application provides a graphic that represents the vehicle in question. So for our example today, you see a pickup truck. However, if we were inspecting a sedan, you'd see a 4-door graphic. A coupe would be a 2-door graphic, or a sport utility or van would have a graphic representing the shape of a sport utility or van. So let's start inspecting this pickup truck. It's as simple as touching the panel and indicating the color green if the panel has no damage. If you touch the panel twice, yellow indicates that the vehicle has had previous paint and body repairs. If you touch the panel 3 times, That comes up red, indicating that the vehicle has existing damage to that panel. Each vehicle has 5 representations across the bottom of the screen that allow you to walk around the vehicle, starting at the left front fender and completing back around at the front of the vehicle. When a vehicle has a red panel, the Damage Photos box button is activated. When this button is activated, it allows you to create a description for the damage to the vehicle. The blue arrow gives you a selection of damage types. The red icon allows you to activate the camera, and using the camera, capture a picture that supports your description. Once this is completed, it simply gives you the ability to hit done and return. In the event that you do not like any of the canned descriptions, the description box does allow for free text, where a description may be expanded to be more accurate. Paint thickness is measured and recorded on all metal panels of the vehicle. Using your Alkameter paint thickness gauge or another suitable thickness gauge, you begin walking around the vehicle taking your measurements. Once you see what the paint meter reading is, you're able to enter it into the application easily as you move around the vehicle. Once those paint meter readings are collected, you'll find that they're assigned to the panels in the graphic. This assignment of colors as well as paint meter readings will follow the inspection report out to the display, which we'll discuss in a further later tutorial. Once you've completed the assessment of the panels on the vehicle, you can move on to the tires and wheels. By touching the tire and wheel, you activate the tire condition screens. In the tire description screens, we're able to record the brand. Most major manufacturer brands are listed by pushing the blue arrow. We'll select Dunlap for today. We also want to determine the tread depth. So using your tire tread depth gauge, take a measurement of the tires at their shallowest point and record your findings. Also, we want to capture the size. Using the dials provided, we will find the tire size and we will indicate that. Hitting the tire condition button will return us back to the tire condition screen. The gray check marks next to each category allow for the duplication of this information across all 4 wheels. So if all 4 tires are the same brand, we're able to select yes and populate that information. If all 4 tires are the same tread depth, we're able to populate yes and duplicate that information. Same thing works for the tire sizes. In the event that you find a damaged rim or damaged tire on your inspections, it's as simple as selecting the damage area box, activating the red arrow, and typing in or selecting a description related to your tire or rim. So in this case, we're saying that this tire is cut and that the rim has damage from hitting a curb. This also activates the damage icon, photo icon, and allows us to take a picture to support our findings. As you can see, the information has duplicated for the tires down through all of the selections. In many cases, the spare tire is not actually a full-size spare. If you need to make that correction and indicate that your spare tire is a temporary spare, you can select that using the blue arrow. Or in some cases, a vehicle may have no spare tire. The selection of none is available as well. Once your tire selection screen is completed, simply touch Done and return back to the flat car. As you complete each section of the vehicle, you will see that a green check mark is available under the graphic that represents that you're complete in that section of the vehicle. You complete your inspection by moving on through each section of the vehicle and recording the required information. When assessing the interior damage of a vehicle or interior condition of a vehicle, it is as simple as hitting the interior tab from any place in the inspection. You'll see a list of sections of the vehicle, starting with climate control, other controls, interior components, SRS and airbag information, as well as warning lights that you may need to indicate as illuminated at some point during your inspection. For our example, we're going to determine that the headliner has damage. We are able to select the headliner, find a description that is appropriate, take an image, use that image, and record it. In the event that you want to add an additional photo for additional damage, it's as simple as hitting the Add Photo button and taking another image with the icon available. Another example of an interior damage may be a seat cushion. In this instance, we're seeing that we're able to select left front, left rear, right rear. Again, the process is the same to determine an appropriate condition, capture an appropriate photo, and return back to our home screen accordingly. Last but not least is the ability to capture all of our photos of the vehicle. As you'll see, during your process, you've already collected a photo of the VIN sticker and the odometer. The additional photos we'd like to have are one of the dash. This photo indicates the radio the vehicle is equipped with, the climate control, and oftentimes can include seeing the shifter handle and other controls in the dash in the center area. We capture a picture of the door jamb. This door jamb sticker tells us the manufacturer information from VIN number to tire size to date of manufacture, and gives us a record of that as well. We then capture a picture of the left interior standing outside the vehicle looking into the driver's door. This gives us good information about the seats, the steering wheel, the carpets, the color of the inside of the vehicle. We then step back and take a picture of the rear. This gives us information about the back seat of the vehicle. Moving to the corner of the left front, we look down across the grille and front bumper and down the left side and capture an image. We move to the rear of the vehicle, capture across the back bumper and the trunk lid and down the left side of the vehicle. We capture a cargo picture. In the case of a pickup truck, we're looking into the bed, or in the case of a sedan or sport utility, we're opening the trunk or the hatch and looking in through the back. We move around to the right rear corner, again taking a picture that captures across the back bumper and down the right side. We move to the right front. We capture an image that captures the corner across the front and down the right side. We open the hood and we capture an image of the engine bay. And then we capture an image of one of the wheels. We've now completed all the required pictures. You'll see in our example the pictures we took of damage to different components of the vehicle are also in this list. And we have the ability to add additional photos as well with descriptions and tags as appropriate. This is good for images of additional high value options or information that you find important that you want to add to your inspection. And the process continues. At this point, you've completed an inspection. You return to your home page. You review to determine any steps that are not verified. Once the system sees that you've completed all the components and all the information required, you'll receive an alert that asks if you want to mark this inspection as complete. If you're satisfied and done with your inspection, you may hit OK. This saves the inspection and marks it as a completed inspection. The next step with completed inspections is to submit them to be uploaded into the AutoAuction.com approval site. That is a simple step, as easy as hitting the submit button. Takes a few moments, and that information and images will be uploaded for review. You get a verification message that says the inspection upload is complete, and that moves the status of this inspection to submitted inspections. You've now completed your first inspection on the AutoAuction.com application, and you're able now to move on to your next vehicle, and that is as simple as returning to the home page and repeating the process. This ends our walkthrough of the AutoAuction.com handheld application for vehicle inspection. We didn't record anything.